Peace and love, peace and love. It's Kawase L coming to you all again. Real quick, just to be in harmony with everything. I want to read a divine warning by the prophet for the nations. This is a divine warning by the prophet for the nations, and all Moors should know this. So if you don't, this is a divine warning by the prophet for the nations. And so let's read it and kind of get a understanding, overstanding of what the movement is about. Because this is not Kwase's words. I'm just reading the editorial, a divine warning by the prophet for the nations. So this is just a warning from the prophet. And he wrote it on paper so that it can be used later. So I'm just summoning what he said back up, reminding you. You already know this. And the reason is a lot of times, we get into issues with the temples as if the temples are not needed. We need the temples, and the temples are necessary, but it's things that we may need to critique in the temples if we see that it needs to be critiqued. But it's still done through love. It's still done through truth, etc. And so we all need that push. We all need that encouragement sometimes. We all need that new light that maybe we missed. And so let's read quickly the editorial, a divine warning by the prophet for the nations. The citizens, so immediately, this is, for some of the temples, he's already recognizing civics because he mentioned the word citizen. And so we know now why it was a civic organization in 1913 and later changed. We can kind of see that now without really arguing with anybody. But those who want to argue, you let it be. As the truth shall prevail. It needs no defense, and so you reap what you sow. The citizens of all free national governments, according to their national constitution, are all of one family bearing one free national name. Those who fail to recognize the free national name of their constitutional government are classed as undesirables and are subject to all inferior names and abuses and mistreatments that the citizens care to bestow upon them. And it is a sin for any group of people to violate the national constitutional laws of a free national government and cling to the names and principles that delude to slavery. I, the prophet, was prepared by the great God Allah to warn my people to repent from their sinful ways and go back to that state of mind of their forefathers, divine and national principles, that they will be the law abiders and receive their divine right as citizens, according to the free national constitution that was prepared for all free national beings. They are to claim their own free national name and religion. So you got to know what religion is to do that. There is but one issue for them to be recognized by this government and of the earth, and it comes only through the connection of the Moorish divine and national movement, which is incorporated in this government and recognized by all other nations of the world. And through it, they and their children can receive their divine rights unmolested by other citizens that they can cast a free national ballot at the polls under the free national constitution of the state's government and not under granted privilege, as has been the existing condition for many generations. Just because grandma did it don't mean that's what it's supposed to have been done, you see? But we use that as our defense. You who doubt whether I, the prophet, and my principles are right for the redemption of my people, go to those who know law in the city hall and among the officials in your government and ask them under an intelligent tone, and they will be glad to render you a favorable reply. For they are glad to see me bring you out of darkness into light. Money does not make anybody. Money does not make the man. It is a free national standard and power that makes a man and a nation. The wealth of all national governments, gold and silver, and commerce, gold and silver and commerce, belong to the citizens alone, and without your national citizenship, by name and principle, you have no true wealth. And I am hereby calling on all true citizens that stand for a national free government and the enforcement of the Constitution to help me in my great missionary work, because I need all support from all true American citizens of the United States of America, not United States citizens. You can think it's the same. Help me to save my people who have fallen from the constitutional laws of government. I am depending on your support to get them back to the constitutional fold again, that they will learn to love instead of hate, and will live according to love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, supporting our free national constitution of the United States of America. I love my people, and I desire their unity and mine back to their own national and divine standard, because day by day they have been violating the national and constitutional laws of their government by claiming names and principles that delude to slavery, that are unconstitutional. If the Italians, if the Greeks, if the English, if the Chinese, if the Japanese, if the Turks, if the Arabians are forced to proclaim their free national name and religion before the constitutional government of the United States of America, is it no more than right that you do it? In all other governments, when a man is born and raised, they are asked for his national descent name. And if he fails to give it, he is misused, imprisoned, or exiled. What just happened? You know, for the alleged officer keeping his knee down for 7 minutes. What happened with that? Any group of people that fail to answer up to the constitutional standard of law by name and principle, because to be a citizen of any government, you must claim your national descent name, because they place their trust upon the issues and names formed by their forefathers. The word Negro deludes in the Latin language to the word Negra, the same as the word colored deludes to anything that is painted, varnished, and dyed. And every nation must bear a national descent name of their forefathers, because honoring thy fathers, thy mothers, and their fathers, your days will be lengthened upon this earth. These names have never been recognized by any true American citizen of the day. Through your free national name, you are known and recognized by all nations of the earth that are recognized by said national government in which they live. The 14th and 15th Amendment brought the North and South in unit, placing the Southerners, who were at that time without power, with the constitutional body of power. And at that time, 1865, the end of the Civil War, the free national constitutional law that was in force since 1774, the Declaration declared all men equal and free. And if all men are declared by the free national constitution to be free and equal, since that constitution has never been changed, there is no need for the application of the 14th and 15th Amendments for the salvation of our people and citizens. So there isn't but one supreme issue for my people to use to redeem that which was lost, and that is through the above statements. Then the lion and the lamb can lie down together in yonder hills, and neither will be harmed, because love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice will be reigning in this land. In those days, the United States will be one of the greatest civilized and prosperous governments of the world. But if the above principles are not carried out by the citizens of my people in this government, the worst is yet to come, because the great God of the universe is not pleased with the works that are being performed in North America by my people, and the great sin must be removed from the land to save it from enormous earthquakes, diseases, etc. And I, the prophet, do hereby believe that the administration of the government being more wisely prepared by more genius citizens that believe in their free national constitution and laws, and through the help of such class of citizens, I, the prophet, truly believe that my people will find their true and divine way of their forefathers and learn to stop serving carnal customs and merely ideas of men that have never done them any good, but have always harmed them. So I, the prophet, am hereby calling aloud with a divine plea to all true American citizens to help me to remove this great sin which has been committed and is being practiced by my people in the United States of America, because they know it is not the true and divine way, and without understanding, they have fallen from the true light into utter darkness of sin. And there is not a nation on earth today that will recognize them socially, religiously, politically, or economically, etc. In their present condition of their endeavorment, in which they themselves try to force upon a civilized world, they will not refrain from their sinful ways or actions, and their deeds have brought Jim Crowism, segregation, and everything that brings to human beings on earth, everything that brings harm to human beings on earth. And they fought the Southerner for all these great misuses, and have examined the conditions there. And it is the works of my people continuously practicing the things which bring dishonor, disgrace, and disrespect to any nation that lives the life. And I am hereby calling on all true American citizens for moral support and finance to help to bring my people out of darkness into marvelous light. And that's from the prophet. Divine warning by the prophet for the nations. So I hope that this video was insightful, that it brought a sense of enlightenment towards what the movement is about. And so be smooth while you transverse and navigate through this world, through this realm. So Islam, peace and love. Pax Amor.